his $5,000 championship check.
What was the kid from Home Alone? What was his name?
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin? I don't think so. Remember that?
I don't remember.
You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, well, in the movie, it was Kevin McAllister.
Whatever.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
That we're like...
In Home Alone. That's why I said Home Alone.
All right. Just making sure. But yes, I remember. It was Home Alone 2.
Is when he was shopping, and the lady was checking him out. She's, "Are you here with that?" He said, "Do you think I would be here all by myself?" He goes, "I don't think so."
I don't remember.
Alec Honadale.
McEwen?
Alec Honadale. He'll show up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't watched anything, so I don't really have much to give.
I didn't watch FD either. I want to get I like getting first impressions here.
That ain't much. I mean,
Okay.
besides the qualifying thing and yep, I said that.
Normal speed.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start things off with a couple of things I wanted to mention. First off, gentlemen, did you know that it's been 1 year since we've been broadcasting the show?
Really? It's been 1 year?
Over a year, actually. The anniversary was, I think, last month, I believe.
Actually,
and we completely forgot to highlight that.
The
That's
last
right.
show,
That's right. We forgot to mention that last episode was our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
So it's...
We're still here.
Yeah, surprisingly, right?
Still doing it.
But that's good news. That's one thing. The other thing we want to mention too is if you haven't done so already, check out our Instagram. We got a couple of things there. Been posting up some video clips from our encounters, our adventures. I guess you can say that.
Adventures. I like that word.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Those encounters.
So the null kind.
So there's that. The other thing too, if you haven't done so already, let me just pull that up. I completely forgot I didn't have this up.
Oh, that's all right. Well, while you're pulling that up, unless you already got it up, never mind. Take it back.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet's very good this time.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. We got a couple of videos. In particular, we got 2 interviews from the last Klutch Kickers event. Devin, the crazy man, Crazy, as you
As I
coined the term. Mr. Noel. Congratulations. And then Will Couch. First time out onto the field. And
how tiny was Will Couch? Because Tim looks like he's like towering over him. He was a small guy.
Oh, actually, no. He interviewed Will Couch. No, I did. Yeah, Will Couch. Yeah, I was thinking of the 8'6" guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Will Couch. He was a tiny guy. I do look like I'm towering over. He did great. He did really good.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah, I think he made top. Did he make top 16? I think he made top 16. I know he made top 32.
He went farther than we expected for sure.
First time there.
Yeah, for being first time there, he
only like a year and a half drift experience too.
And,
2 years, yeah.
And if I remember, hang on, now you have.
There was another new guy that went pretty far too.
There was Connor O'Sully.
No.
He kind of took himself out.
Yeah, but then he beat Taylor. I mean, because pretty much that Taylor broke his.
Yeah,
or whatever he did.
I don't know.
And also, last but not least, the other thing I want to mention too is that the show is now starting to get published in audio format. So stay tuned for the show being available on your podcast program provider, whatever platform you'd like to use, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify. Just be on the lookout. We'll probably make an announcement once it's official, but it's working, it's getting there, and it'll be up eventually. So those are the things I wanted to mention right off the bat. And I believe one of the news items I wanted to mention that we didn't get to talk about last time was Adam LZ buying Drift HQ.
Oh,
Which was a major event to occur, and we didn't really get to discuss about it.
Paul,
what
you like said, hey, something's going up before they made the announcement. Like, we don't know Adam LZ and we know Drift HQ, we don't know him personally, but you found some stuff online. You're like, hey, check this out. I'm just kind of looking around.
Ben did.
Oh, was that Ben? You found that?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Paul. I thought Paul posted it.
I was going to take responsibility for that, but then I.
Well, because Ben's here, you couldn't do it in front of his face.
I'm like, yeah.
So
I totally did that thing that you're talking about.
Ben, you were searching on the interwebs and you found some interesting information. You posted up in a group chat and we're like, that seems weird. That doesn't. Something's going on there. And then boom.
Well, Paul immediately was like, "Oh, I'm on the case," and eventually he went to sunbiz.org, which is I guess the
Where all the
Florida.
corporations have, they're registered to Sunbiz.
Yeah.
So if you have a corporation in the state of Florida, sunbiz.org will show up.
And what did you uncover?
Well, we uncovered multiple layers that it's Adam LZ and Duarte.
Duarte, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody else, no other partners at least on the corporation.
Oh.
So just Adam LZ and Duarte. It's a different company, so it's not the same corporation. So it's a new corporation. And then they also opened another corporation together for rentals. So obviously they're planning to do some kind of car rentals, which they did mention, but they have a corporation separated for it. So obviously they're planning something big as far as car rentals.
Yeah, I think it was called Drift HQ Rentals or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So they have two corporations open together. Both the home base is in the compound, Adam LZ's compound.
Yeah.
So if you just go on Sunbiz and you look up Adam's name, you can find all the corporations that he owns.
It's like it's like we're exposing them. You know? Like,
Well, it's public information.
yeah, I know.
It's
but
public information. Expose.
I know. It just feels a little dirty. I don't know.
Inside edition. Yeah, a little dirty. I'll tell you what feels dirty. Maybe I won't.
we're not going to
Yeah,
talk about
I'm
that.
not going to tell you what feels dirty.
Well, after the show.
Oh, I have to say something because, I keep telling myself, don't forget to say this, don't forget to say this. And so I'm just going to say it, even though it's totally out of line with probably everything else you're going to talk about.
Okay.
I caught up with Nick from Spark Speed Shop,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he didn't know we have a Noel the Car Fairy.
He didn't know that?
He didn't know that. He actually just realized that when I went to his shop and I did the interview, he's like, "Oh, I just realized you posted that." He goes, "I'm going to start sharing it." I was like, "Yeah." I go, "And we go to your cheapdriftcars.com website to do a segment." He's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, it's called Noel the Car Fairy." He's like, so he said he's going to start updating it.
Nice.
Oh, good. Okay, great.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, I'm going to have to update it more often for you guys then."
No,
So
definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if we get some time today, maybe we can revisit that.
That's cool. Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
Well, hopefully he updated the website because
We could do
probably have enough time to
Do a
pay a
segment?
visit to the cheapdriftcars.com and have our own what's it called again? Noel the Car Fairy?
Yeah,
Yes.
Noel the Car Fairy, yeah.
Okay, so let's get things going and talk about one of the main topics that we have lined up, and that is the Klutch Kickers round 4 that happened last week, right? No, the
2
week
weeks ago.
before.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Okay.
Man, time flies.
It does.
I
Yeah,
had COVID,
crazy.
so I wasn't there.
Well, now we know. We're trying to keep it under wraps.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't have COVID. I don't know what I had.
The Rona.
else. Yes. Had that.
Same thing.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So, yeah, we weren't trying to expose that, but so much exposure today.
So, how was the trip overall, gentlemen?
It was different.
Yeah, well, it's different because this time my wife and my daughter came, so we split up differently, and Noel and Gabby rode together. So
Yeah.
Noel talked while Gabby slept, probably.
Yeah, actually, that did
Yeah,
happen.
how did that? Yeah, okay. I was wondering what happened.
That did happen, but he was
Yeah.
like, I think
He
he was
did-
like, no, it helped me sleep, so it was fine. I was like, all right.
Yeah, we talked about the whole thing. As long as you just say, yeah, wow, oh, you kidding? I can't believe that. You could sleep as long as you can
Yeah, you
mutter
know,
those
keep
words.
talking. Yeah.
Noel could keep talking. So it was nice. Plus we stayed at Airbnb this time, so
Yeah.
we're close to the beach. So it was a different. We're closer to the island. We weren't right next door, but close we could get. And no, it was good. It was good. It was a good journey.
Yeah.
Was it? It's only the first day we dealt with rain, right?
Well, but it was very light, and as soon as qualifying ended, it downpoured.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were able to manage to get through qualifying,
Yeah. Dry.
and then like literally the last run, and once the score came in,
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right. I
yeah, it
remember
was
that.
absolutely nuts.
Okay.
it's true.
What about one of the major differences for this event in regards to us and the broadcast is not being out on the track. This time around, we were on the tower.
Thank the Lord.
And what's funny is we saw the track, but the only track that we saw was the drag strip.
Yeah, that's all we can see is drag
Yeah.
strip. Basically, everything that we saw, we watched the event like everybody that's watching us watched the event. We basically watched it through the live stream, pretty much.
Yeah. And I
How
enjoyed
was
that.
how was that
I enjoyed it.
compared to being out there in smoke and heat? And
Well, I like having the line of sight of the live action,
Yeah.
but the trade off of being in air conditioning outside in the heat, no, I'll deal with I'll deal with it that I'm not in the line of sight. We need to get some cushions though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I agree with you on that. Like, yeah, being inside was definitely awesome, especially when you got the AC working. Thank God, because it was getting a little.
Somebody had it set at 80 degrees.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just cranking that sucker down to 72,
Yeah.
70 degrees.
but
And then I
there's-
left the fan on. So that way, even if it did shut off, it would still continue to.
Yeah, I even told Tim, I was like, look, just do what you got to do. Like, mod it whatever you can. Like, turn up the
care what you
boost.
gotta do.
And then, leave the invoice right at the end, all right? But you got to get this working for crying out loud.
Yeah, we got it working.
The only thing about being inside, of course, is we don't get that visceral experience of hearing
Visceral?
and seeing.
Visceral?
Yeah,
Is he
What
using
the
that
hell?
word right?
He's turning into a fairy again.
Visceral?
I'm gonna have to look it up afterwards.
goodness. It's the whole thing about
Visceral.
hearing and feeling the cars and all that.
He
Hearing
wants to
and
feel-
feeling.
He wants to feel the cars.
That's more like fondling.
Yeah, don't want to fondle the
Oh.
cars.
Okay.
Visceral. We'll go with visceral.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Visceral. What is it? What does it mean?
It says here,
Being or arising.
Affecting the viscera.
being arising from
Let's see, where's
impulse,
your viscera? Can
Where's
you
your
show us?
viscera?
Show us
sudden
your viscera.
emotion rather than from thought, of or pertaining to the viscera, having the character, disease relating to or situated
You
in
got
or
visceral disease? You sound like you have visceral disease.
Being or arising from impulse or sudden emotion rather than from thought or
visceral
deliberation.
cavity.
Instinctive.
I think you are a visceral cavity.
Well,
Anyway,
visceral.
So, what's the verdict, gentlemen?
I'm disgusted.
I'm disgusted. It's appalling.
Okay.
I'm offended.
Okay,
Yes.
so going back on topic, it was great then, right? Over
Yeah,
being there,
overall.
but obviously,
Well, you guys look definitely more energetic when you went out to do the interviews, being
Yes.
cool and
Yes.
instead of being out in the sun.
yeah, but even
entire day.
hang on, even then, like just walking out from the booth, it was nasty this time, like really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hottest time of the year.
October is going to be better.
Oh, thank
Yeah, a lot
God,
later.
man. Yeah.
Probably a little
Hopefully.
cooler.
No, it will be. It'll be
Yeah,
better.
no, it always is.
Yeah.
Was last time, remember?
Yeah.
Well, the last October. Yeah,
Last year.
it was nice. Yeah, I was like, what happened last time?
What happened?
Last time was hot too.
Yeah, no, it'll be better.
Yeah.
It'll be the weather will be nicer, and we should be out of the rainy season too. So, but like you said, we were
Came
able.
out of the hurricane
no,
season. though.
no,
can't-
because last year round 5 we got in. That was when the hurricane was.
Was
coming
it?
through. Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that was round
No,
4.
no. That
round
was
4 was the first one we went to.
no. Hurricane hit in season 2. That's why they had the hurricane.
This is season 2.
Yeah,
You're
but
talking about the tornado, right?
that was
No,
the
no,
tornado.
that
but
was
the
a
year
hurricane.
before, that
Oh,
was
the
our
hurricane. Yeah.
Yeah, remember we were
yeah.
holding on to the tent.
That was the 5th
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, that was the 5th round.
Darn it! Way to go!
Yeah,
Mo.
it is still hurricane season until like
Darn
about
it.
November.
Yeah.
The end of
Way
November.
to go! Way to spoil.
But
it.
look. Round 4 was great.
It was.
Hopefully this will carry on into round 5. I mean, the thing about round 4 is that, man, a lot of the top heavy hitters they got knocked out a little early.
Which
you know?
has an upset in the point series, which allows Alec to
Move away further.
move very far away.
Yeah.
I think was it I'm sure if Zach's here, we can tell us exactly what needs to happen. But isn't if Alec gets into the top 32,
That's
he
it.
pretty much wins?
That's pretty much
The
it.
championship, I think.
Yeah, from the previous from round 4, entering round 4, it seemed like about 11 drivers still had a mathematical chance at it, and then like now it's just down to Alec, which he's 78 points away from Ben Julian, which is the only other competitor that can make it.
So most people are competing for second right now.
Pretty much.
Right, but even like Taylor Hole is not going to grasp.
He can
second.
grasp a podium.
He maybe get 3rd, but I don't think he could get 2nd. Like I said, if Ben Julian performs his normal way, I don't think Taylor Hole is 100 and something points behind him. I think.
Taylor Hall could still make it.
You think so?
Yeah.
He can't make it at first, but
No, he
he
can't
can
make. He can make it to second. I mean,
Maybe.
with a little bit of luck. So let's see. Let me just put it like this, and then
If
we'll
Ben
go
Julian
here.
can get taken out, it depends on how the
Yeah,
bracket
he's
lines up.
He's about 49 points away.
Really?
Taylor Hall is. Yeah.
Oh, from Ben, I thought it was more than
Yeah.
that. Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah,
everybody's
good.
battling for second, but that was Taylor Hole last season. Last season, Taylor Hole had won the championship before he won the event.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, for Taylor Hole, it's not going to be a repeat.
No.
I wonder if I'm sure he'll still show up because he still has a chance at second.
I mean, the money.
Yeah.
You know, there's always that. That'll definitely help.
He's always been a staple. I don't think he's not been there, right? So
I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
so.
always been
He's
there.
always been there.
so I think he's pretty much a staple.
And luckily for those guys that do drive in Formula Drift, they have 2 weeks before Formula Drift. So it's like this other one, there was only 1
The
week.
last two
Yeah.
events, they only had 1 week
Yeah.
before the Formula Drift.
Yeah, so
So,
2
yeah.
weeks is enough time for him to.
Yeah. Except that he has got to go to
He's got
California.
to take it from St. Louis back here if he hasn't already done that. No, a lot of those guys take their cars back.
Well,
I'm sure.
he's got to go to Long Beach first because that's in 2 weeks.
Oh, Long Beach is in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
Oh,
then after that,
shoot.
he's got to come back and then go back.
Oh wow. Well, that'd be interesting to see if he actually does that.
Well, remember, he's also got other cars, and he's planning on building.
Is it building a C4 Corvette?
He's building a Corvette. I thought it was.
Oh,
So-
speaking of which, I went. This is totally
Off topic.
It's raining outside. Yeah, it's kind of off. Well, it's not really, but so I did some work at my my boss's house, and he's got this C6 Vet that he was the original owner. It's got like 30,000 miles on it.
Ooh,
It's red. I was like, I go, you'll sell. He's like, yeah, but am I gonna get like $8,000 for it? I'm like, yeah. I go, but you put it for
Yeah,
sale.
exactly.
You will.
$8,000 right now. Here you go.
So I go, yeah. If I had
Here
it,
you
if I had it, it's beautiful, convertible. It's red. It's always been in garage kept.
Don't tell
He
him
just
about-
got a Porsche.
Don't
So
tell him
now
about
it
the
sits
used car
outside.
market right now because
No, he knows. He knows. He's like, but he was the original owner, and he's got like 30, maybe 40,000 miles on it.
wow.
6-speed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh man,
it's beautiful. Anyways, sorry.
that's nice.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Okay. Why don't we go into
Pay him for your
the?
Z. Say, I'll trade you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the Z's worth more than the vet.
Yeah.
I could sell the Z and get the vet.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what he has. Is what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying don't tell him about the used car market.
But you think
Hey,
about that.
boss.
If I could sell my Z,
Corvettes are.
if I could sell my Z for 15, I could buy that vet and put an angle kit on it
Yeah,
and be done.
yeah, and you got
And you can
all
sell
the power you need.
E46 too. Part that thing out. One JZs are like $4,500 now.
And then
Five-
just ride the vet, then a supercharged vet. And
Yeah, why not?
anyways, so we're
We got the
Let's-
gears
yeah,
going.
You're small enough to fit in a vet. If I
Yeah.
could fit in a vet, I would do that too.
So go ahead, Ben. Let's move it on because now I don't want to be thinking about that.
That's fine. Okay. Let's try to get the first.
Julian got an 89.
That's not
What the
working.
hell
There it
is
is.
this man
Oh.
right here?
This man, yeah, I gotta come up. Anybody that's watching, I'm working on
He wants that $1,000.
on trimming my vocabulary, so I'm not saying
Expanding your vocabulary.
well, trimming this out. This man,
You don't have
and
to trim it
expand
out. You just could.
Can't repeat it a million times.
Hey, you're
What
not
the
the
hell
only
flew
one.
off his car?
I think it was a shoe.
Oh shoot!
Could have been a shoe.
Yeah, probably flip flops. I see some people wearing flip flops.
Maybe he's Flintstoning it. Fred Flintstoning the car. This is beat power.
Oh, that's right.
He's
This
on
is
such a good line right there.
right on the edge.
There's a
there.
reason why he's a #1 qualifier for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Putting a solid score down. Give it up for Mr.
That it looks like his car is a Mohawk, totally.
Yeah. Mohawk car.
Our top six.
That's probably his rear light. When I think about it.
Probably was. Yeah, I see it's missing.
Beautiful event tomorrow. It's going to be packed with MLZ.
This man is no stranger.
Don't worry,
This
Ben.
man here, and this man.
I got
this
yelled at
man.
too. Don't worry.
No, I think it's stupid.
So 94. That was a score 94, and a lot of people in particular the chat were not thrilled about it. Guys, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know how they cannot be. It's on the point with the line, on point with angle. He's always got a lot of style. So what can you really hit him for?
That was a 94-point run.
Yeah, I mean,
was.
even though I said at the spur of the moment I didn't think so either. Now looking at it again,
Could you pull up Adam LZ's run? Do you have that or no?
Which one?
it was
Because
like,
Adam LZ was in a #1 spot until Alec Conondale took it.
yeah, that was 2 runs before that.
Oh shoot! Oh,
So-
I have to look it up.
Yeah, it's a couple runs right before it, right?
Yeah,
So it shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, so Adam LZ.
yeah.
I think Adam LZ had a better run.
That's a whole different. Adam's driving and his driving are completely different. Like it doesn't even look the same.
Well,
Well, it's 2 different styles.
Yeah,
the
it's
thing
two
is,
different
the
cars.
thing that gets Alec a lot of points is how early he initiates. He initiates
At full angle.
Well, Brandon McDowell was doing the most angled entry.
Brandon McDowell's entries are nuts.
Yeah, his entries are nuts.
But he kind of calms down through the rest of the field.
Right. But Alec, he initiates
balls to the wall the entire
early.
time.
He's sideways before the first initiation cone.
Yeah.
But he dropped a tire on entry there. So that makes you wonder, like, did they fault him for that or what, you know?
Well, that's one of the things that had me confused because I noticed that and pointed that out. And that's one of the reasons why I felt it wasn't going to be a high score because he was going to get
deductions for the drop in the tire.
Hit hard for that, but I guess not. But
Right.
I guess my only explanation for that is that they're not really judging.
The
judging criteria doesn't really start there. It starts where
I would say your judging criteria would start after the cones, right? After the
correct.
initiation.
If he dropped the tire before the initiation point, they didn't take it into account.
I wouldn't take it into account. Why?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, as long as you're on point after that, why?
I don't know. I mean, I figure why wouldn't you? Because you're initiated. As soon as you initiate, in my opinion, as soon as you initiate, the judging starts.
Right. Right. It's like if you
So
initiate
if you decide to
early
initiate way early
and you screw it up from
and
there,
you screw it up,
yeah.
it affects your
I
judging.
don't think you totally screwed it up.
No, I don't think he totally screwed it up either. But I'm just saying that.
But I'm with Tim on that. Yeah. All right. So that's Taylor Ray. Got a few more.
Taylor had an 89, so that's
There you go, Adam
Bill's
LZ.
80.
Here we go. Oh,
He already did he best his first run?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
yeah, he got a 92.
Yeah. Everybody that has had a 90, I think the number one qualifier at that point was Taylor Hall because he had an 88 and a
Why is
91.
Ben Julian at the line?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to have to back it
Yeah,
up.
well, we had some.
Nate Hamilton with 89.
Yeah. So there we go.
There you
there
go.
it is.
Is that
But see, they don't give us the
Hang
same.
on,
There we
might-
go.
yeah, that's right. They didn't have.
He's not. Yeah, he's not all the way out.
Well, he's really
way
deep
on
into
that.
that.
Yeah,
on
that
that
was
one.
nice.
But see, we're not seeing the same angle though, and I think that'd be one thing that I'd like to see at least for announcing wise is it's good to see the different angles, right?
Yeah.
For the people live stream, but for us, it would have been nice to have the same angle every time.
Yeah, and also having replay would have helped with the qualifying. But I mean, it's qualifying,
Right.
so
That's true. Yeah, I guess
They're trying to just get
looking
through
at those two side by side, I would say Alec definitely had the better run.
Okay.
So
So no issues there.
no issues.
Okay.
although man,
Alrighty.
Adam's touch and go was really nice though.
It was,
But then again, you don't have to
It's-
fill that up.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
like you really doesn't help you all that much.
And that was confusing a lot of the drivers too, and I think some of the spectators as well,
But
because
they-
they
but
felt
they-
that there were. I saw some comments on some spectators thinking that was a zone,
Yeah.
the touch and go,
Mm-hmm.
but in fact it's not. It's just a touch and go. It's just a reference mark. It's not really meant to be filled out.
Right.
Right.
And that was brought up in the drivers' meeting. They told the drivers this is not a zone. Touch it and go. You don't have to tap the wall. You don't have to ride the wall. Just got to get your bumper into that little box and get out.
I think also,
Chris Jackson was completely against that. He was telling me he was like he thinks it was a stupid idea for the wall to be there. I thought it was a good idea.
I think
I
it
think
was a great idea. Yeah.
Well,
But-
Chris Jackson was mistaken.
He was.
Yeah, on this one.
Oh, okay. You speak for him?
Yeah, no, I'm just telling whether he's listening or not. He was definitely mistaken. He's never wrong, so I can't tell him he was wrong, but I can tell him he was definitely mistaken. That was definitely a good call to have that wall there.
So as far as our job, I think next time we should reiterate like certain things like that, so that way there's less confusion in the for the spectators. About what that zone is supposed to be and what the judges are really looking for, because we're just like, oh, he got close and that was it, and that's not really giving enough information. So, well,
All right.
learning experience right there.
So that was qualifying. Alec Hollandale taking the $1,000 prize.
Second time in a row.
Second time in a row, back to back.
And
Congrats to him.
And the
Third
second,
transmission or something like that?
I don't know, but and the second time he took it from somebody else that was like secured a spot.
Correct.
Where he zeroed out his first run.
Yep.
Alec Hollandale, he zeroed out his first run
Zero
last
to
time
hero.
and this
Correct.
time.
0 to hero 2 times in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He goes full throttle. He doesn't. There's. That's the thing about him. Like I said, there's nobody that is throwing it as committed, like just like I'm going to throw it 100% as Alec.
Brandon McDowell's pretty close, man. If you watch his runs,
No, I understand.
even through the track. No, but you're
through
right.
the track?
I think
Yeah.
yes, yeah, I think so.
It's just
I
that
see that.
Alec is super consistent and with a and still risking, a lot because he puts it on the line every time on the outside zones and he's full throttle every single time.
Well, last not the last one, but the one before the round before that, didn't he hit Nate Hamilton?
Yes.
Yes.
So and that was just because he was too
yeah,
crazy.
too close on the
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
He
similar.
didn't let him have any room to transition.
Yeah.
So
Very
was a-
similar issue that Adam LZ had in this round.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
You're
Didn't
right.
Give him room, right?
It's always that section of the track that can catch the chase driver off. I think more and more drivers are starting to learn that that's an area where you could back off a little and try to attack in outer zone too. But some people can still pull it off. Though.
You know who pulls
Taylor
it
Reid
off?
pulls it off great.
You know who else pulls it off really good? Dustin Miles.
Yes.
Dustin Miles always attacks right there, and he pulls it off every time. Dustin Miles, he's very good at attacking in that spot. But it's a danger zone. It really is because
gotta
the
give room
car is
with your
coming.
head-
The car in front of you is coming from wide angle, and it's actually
It's got to sweep across you.
It's got to sweep right across into you, so you can't be there because they want that
you have to
driver.
be there until you can't be there.
Right, exactly. You got to be there, but you really shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
You're like you got to find a way to be there without being there.
Yeah, and on top of that, you just came off another transition.
Right.
So it's like it's transition, get to the door, back off, and transition.
And if you
again
back off
quickly.
too much, then that car
where they lose you.
lunges
Yep.
forward, and
Yeah.
now you're
yeah, it's
playing catch up.
crazy. It's very crazy.
It's
But
a very tricky area to
It's
get
tricky.
right. It's
Tricky.
you can play it safe by just avoiding it and then
Yeah.
getting up on them on the second turn.
Yeah.
it was already a problem before they moved the outer zone back. Like
The second outer zone.
yeah, it was already a problem, and now with this, it makes it even more apparent that that's not a good area to attack.
I don't say yes and no because when they moved it back, now the person has to cut the entire track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now if you're trying to stay close to them on the touch and go,
Yeah.
you're going to be in their way.
Right,
I'll tell you, very few drivers were able to get on the beginning of the second outer zone the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Most of them weren't getting deep into the second outer zone. Those were reaching the second outer, like the outer end of second outer zone.
Yeah.
Weren't reaching it until probably 15, 20 feet past that cone.
Yep.
Very few were getting within like 5 feet of it.
Yep. And it's the same thing with Outer Zone 1. Outer Zone 1, you see everybody like reach it at the end.
The middle towards the end.
They get it in the beginning and they go in and then they get it in at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very tricky. The track is very tricky. Like to drive
To get it on point.
to drive in a competitive sense, it is a tricky track.
Tricky track. Tricky track. And you know what else is a tricky track? It's going to be a tricky track because trick or treating is going to be coming up in Halloween. So it's going to be a tricky track with trick or treating.
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Let's go back and check out the one of the moments in the competition that I wanted to talk about. So this is with Nate Hamilton and
I didn't
Andrew
see this
Maurer.
one. This is another one that Chris Jackson said. I don't understand. They're bad judges.
Well, so
I don't understand.
Gabby said that Nate hit the wall. And Gabby, you are wrong, my friend.
Yeah.
He hit the.
He didn't hit the
Well, his bumper hit the wall.
Yeah, but his bumper was hanging off the car.
Yeah, and the bumper didn't even move the
Well,
the
it
wall.
looks from where I'm sure Gabby was at. It looks like he hit the wall because his bumper hit the wall, and then all of a sudden, he's dragging his bumper.
Yeah, but that wall had to move a certain amount in the bumper.
No, he didn't. He didn't hit the wall.
Right.
But from a certain view, it looks like he hit the wall. I mean, if you're on the backside of those wall, he looks like he hit the wall.
Yeah. So you can see that this is
He made
what
the
the
correction.
judges were talking about right here. You see a little bit of a tire drop, maybe not even a tire drop, but he was definitely slowing down to not go off, and that they're saying that that threw Andrew Maurer off to.
I agree because you can see how Andrew Maurer hit the brakes to correct.
I don't know. I don't know because look at Nate Hamilton didn't drop a tire, and he came
He did
really.
drop
He
a
did.
tire.
I didn't see
On
any
the
dirt
entry.
come out.
Yeah, I didn't see any
Or
dirt come out, but
Ben,
it looked like.
Ben, can you go back?
That's the reason the bumper ripped off.
No, the bumper ripped off because he
No,
hit the
look,
cone.
right here.
He hits
Bumper-
the
no.
cone.
It's
Yeah, because he's in the dirt.
the bumper's over the dirt, but the tire's not. Take a look. Watch. Right here.
No,
you see the
There
dirt on
was
that.
a little bit of dirt. I saw.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a full tire off. Like
Yeah.
But he did go too wide.
it doesn't
and
matter. That doesn't. I don't think Andrew
I
He
Bauer
made a mistake.
I think Andrew Maurer could have still adjusted
But
from that area.
Yeah,
to,
well, he didn't lead Andrew Maurer into the wall.
yeah. I don't think so.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he made a mistake, yeah, but he didn't lead Andrew Maurer into the wall enough where that would cause them to fault Nate Hamilton on that,
Yeah.
because that was a good lead run. It was
I don't know
a
if it's good of a lead run, but
It wasn't. It
little.
wasn't.
It was amazing.
It wasn't a good lead run because he did make that mistake in outer zone 1. But I still don't think that is what brought outer.
I don't know. I thought
Andrew
there was.
into
I
that
think there's a big
crash.
bobble in the center of the section, and then it was not. He saved it, and I think that's what he basically.
Oh, one of the
did.
words they used was unchaseable.
Yeah, that wasn't
I
unchaseable.
don't think that was unchaseable.
No,
What?
definitely not unchaseable.
You said some serious stuff before about being unchaseable. That was totally not unchaseable.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good
I
point.
don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well,
'cause
I'm not agreeing.
you're
I'm not agreeing with the judges now. I'm sorry.
what the hell?
So, anyways,
Yeah.
I
What we got?
disagree, but I'm not the judge, and I don't want to be the judge, so I don't care.
We're not the judges.
Yeah, we're not the judges. We're not the judges. This guy here is not a judge. This man here,
This man.
this man is not a judge. This man is not a judge, and this man is not a judge.
All right. So that
He's no
incident
stranger.
happened, and then we had this lovely moment.
Spectating live, I encourage you actually
Oh.
to tune into the live stream because what's great about the live stream is you're actually able to see the replays. So it gives a bird's eye view. We got some great drone footage. We have a lot of
we
great
got some
staff
people
here. Obviously, as
working
you
on
can
the
see
wall
out there,
here.
jumping right on this wall and making sure it's getting all cleaned up. This is, like I said, Klutch
Whoa!
Kickers has developed a well-oiled
What's that in the
machine.
back?
And this guy, he loves America. Look at those shorts. Look, that is America
Holy-
as American get. Man, look at those shorts. USA. You see that?
Yes, indeed.
More, he's got some nice legs. I'm telling you, I couldn't wear those.
No, I couldn't either.
Holy cow, representing America in full force.
Wait, whose
Whoa.
shorts are shorter, his or Dan's?
I don't know. We have to get a
I know it
picture
was
of
hot
Dan's
out there.
shorts.
Yeah, we
Look
need
at those legs,
We need
man.
to check your shorts out,
Maybe
Officer Dan.
Dan needs tighter shorts. That might make the judging a little more interesting.
Maybe he wants.
Well, you do make a good point. I mean,
position as
if
a
I had
judge.
legs like that, I'd be
Yeah,
showing
maybe
them
he
off
wants to
too.
position as a judge. You never know.
It's hot, man.
They're out there.
That was not. I was very unexpected. Talking about the one. I'm like, whoa! You see that?
I mean, I was
Yeah.
confused. I was like, do we stand? Do we salute?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, do we have to pledge allegiance to the flag?
I just
mean,
don't want to
what's
see what
happening here?
happens when he salutes. Okay?
Oh, good lord! Who was that? Anybody know who that was?
I have
didn't catch
no
it.
idea.
If you watch, he just came running from the back.
Yeah.
And
But he had a vest on, so he was definitely staff.
Yeah, but he just grabbed the broom and got to work.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
American.
Good America, America, hard worker.
I mean, I was confused. Was it half mast or full mast? What's going on here?
Ooh, now we're getting into the mass.
We don't want to do that.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Yeah,
Moving along.
exactly.
He looked like he had strong legs. So.
Okay, let's go ahead
Ray
with the next.
is not just any competitor, Taylor Ray.
This
Everybody
one is
knows him.
interesting.
Everybody
Did
knows
anybody ask
what
him
he's
why he
capable
didn't bring the
of. So
E46?
Connor's gonna have his hands full. Connor
I did.
electing to take a little
Okay,
jump on
well,
He
Taylor
said he's
Ray.
saving it. He said maybe next time we'll bring it. He's got some stuff he wants to do to it, and he didn't think it was ready for it yet.
Taylor Ray, is he gonna show Connor how it's done? Well, we'll see.
Wow, way off the zones. Taylor Ray definitely not as right there.
He would have won if he would have just.
What is going on? That was
unexpected.
that is
He knew
not
right
a
away,
typical
too.
Taylor Ray.
You would know.
Wonder what happened.
Car
I was
came out of
watching
that
the
drift.
video. He knew right away.
He knew that the was cracked, or he knew that
The
he broke
axle
it.
broke.
Yeah. The thing straight went straight up to red line right off the bat. So I mean, it's definitely something in the drivetrain broke.
Let's
So
see
that,
exactly what happens here as a
well, and he also knew he was talking about how he
You can
knew
see
he
it's
had
one
to
tire
change-
fire. Look, it's one tire
Yep.
fire the entire time.
Yep.
Did it come out of
And then
gear?
right here, nothing.
It's like it didn't have power. It might have
Nobody's
come out
home.
of gear.
You guys were like, it came out of gear. It came out of gear.
We didn't know
It came out of
first.
gear.
straightened right out. I mean, there was.
Wait, you saying that you knew right
I
off
knew
the bat?
exactly right when it
Oh,
happened.
he knew.
I knew.
He actually
I knew
knew it was going to
before it
happen.
happened.
He knew before it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Man, we need
Why
your
don't you
second-
like text us or something?
I was
Put it
working
in
on
the
the car.
chat.
Working on
Oh,
the car.
okay.
But man, look at the tire marks. How close he came to that light pole. Pretty close.
Yeah, whatchamacallit? Wasn't Gabby said he almost died from that guy?
No, it was the other
Was
guy.
the other one?
It was Andrew Maurer.
Oh, Andrew
Yeah.
Maurer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Almost
When
killed
he
him.
hit the wall?
No, it
No,
was
he-
another
Another
instance.
time?
Yeah.
Andrew Maurer was all through the dirt, huh?
It was after Gabby. Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that had championship implications,
Implication,
and
yeah.
it was unfortunate that Taylor Ray had to suffer that because, as we were talking about earlier, the points race was close, and with that, he was out.
I'm surprised. Like, he keeps on talking about, like, gunning out of that chassis, but then he stays in the chassis.
Well, he says for next year he'll have a new chassis.
Well, that's
yeah.
not what he says on his channel.
I thought that's what he said in the last video, but okay. Yeah, but he was talking about how he's gonna finish off the season in the Miata.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he's gonna build a new car for next year. And
Hope it's not a Corvette.
it's looking that way. But then again, I don't know. He also is like debating about going into Pro Spec next year or the year after.
Do we have the Taylor Hole one where he debeated his tire? Were you planning on doing that
Oh,
one too?
yeah.
That was
Do
the
I
other
have
one.
that?
They turned that over, though.
They turned it over. Yeah.
Darn it.
It's okay.
Why did
I
they
told
turn it?
myself, I hope.
Why
I
did they
have that.
turn it over?
So this is what happened. From what I understand, Zach updated the rule book, but I
Okay.
guess something happened where the new rule book didn't make it onto the website.
Oh,
So in the previous edition, there wasn't a debeating tire rule, where like if you debeat a tire on your run, that's not because of an accident or whatever from the other driver, that you're automatically disqualified.
gotcha.
So when he went off the track, he debeated his tire. It wasn't because of an accident or anything like that. He dropped the tire, he debeated the tire. So they said that he was disqualified.
Yeah.
But then they challenged it. I guess he just figured, hey, listen, there's still a chance that the other guy can zero out his run. So if I can get my second run in,
Yeah.
I still have a chance to at least get it one more time. So he challenged it, and they said, okay, yeah, it wasn't in the book. So yeah, they overturned it, and they let him do a second run.
Yeah, we
So-
were all confused at the moment, but then that was told to us.
Right.
And, it made sense, but this happens in the growing pains of a series that's still.
Let me ask you something. So,
new.
since you guys were on the PA, did it help that the judges could hear you to know if you guys didn't know what the hell you're talking about?
I don't know about that, but
It did.
It did.
Yeah?
I knew
It did.
Okay, good.
Yes, it did.
Okay,
Because
exactly.
there was, for instance, one point where I
They were
gave out the
telling
wrong.
Ben, hey, tell those idiots to shut up.
No, not to that extent. There was a point where I
They
gave the
should've.
wrong score, and they were like immediately on the radio. They told me like, no, it's not. It's not 49. It was 59.
that's because that's
Ah,
what was being put up on the screen.
Yeah.
No, because remember, like we were on the PA, so they could hear us.
Well, no, what I'm saying
Yeah,
is you read the score that was put on the screen on the
No.
live. No.
No, I was hearing it.
Yeah,
I was hearing it on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
they
you
hear
heard.
us.
Okay.
So oftentimes, like majority of the times, I would hear the score before it would show up on the screen,
Oh,
and then I would call it out.
Right.
But there was this one instance where I gave the wrong score. I announced the wrong score. They heard it, and they immediately radioed me to say, "Hey, it wasn't 49. It was 59."
Oh,
And
okay.
then that was able to quickly rectify it.
Okay.
I remember
But
that.
it
yeah.
definitely helped that, like Paul mentioned, it definitely helped having us on the PA system.
I think too it provided. Some people said they liked it because it provided more of a background ambience.
A lot of people. I got a lot of positive feedback from it.
Yeah.
Because in some respects, they didn't necessarily need to tune into the live stream to get that sort of, like you mentioned, ambiance. And at the same time, it sort of added more, I guess you could say, more depth to what was the action that was taking place.
Okay.
Because it's one thing for you to just hear what's going on and somebody just say like, okay, next up we have this driver, and then we just hear the run and that's it. It's another thing for you to like do the play-by-play and
Right.
then be reacting to it. And that's one thing that a lot of people were thrilled to have.
Yeah.
It's also kind of interesting. Like I watched a lot of videos from other people that were there, and like when something crazy would happen, you would hear all of us on the PA. Wow!
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny, as well.
Yeah, I liked it.
I
Definitely
liked it as well. I got a lot of good feedback from it at the track. A lot of people were like, "Man, you guys were really informative, and it helped us out a lot." And I thought it made it.
We try.
Makes us feel good,
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not
Taylor
something
Ray
that's...
played the audio
Yeah?
in his video.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Taylor is awesome, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like... Guy's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Him and Ben. Just like, so like...
Ben's
Chill.
used Miano's parts.
Ben
where
used me
they're-
out. I
they're
think we shot him.
featuring-
I think we shot at his business out more than any other sponsors.
I think we prompted him to change his featured part.
Did he?
Because, well, I don't know. I'm guessing that because he had the same featured part, which was like the arm rest cover or something like
I
that.
thought it was a cup holder or something like that.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something like minuscule like that. And it was like that since the previous round. And then we mentioned it again during qualifying. And then when competition started, I went to look it up and I was like, it's not there anymore. So
Maybe
like,
it got
what's-
sold when we announced it.
Oh wait.
That's true.
Maybe somebody
Can
wanted
we
to
get
buy
commission?
them.
Ben, do you have the top 16 intros there so we could hear Taylor Ray's intro?
I don't
Why?
want to. I didn't
What
want
was
to do
my
that.
intro?
Yeah,
What was it?
Taylor Ray?
Not Taylor Ray, Taylor Hall's intro.
What did I say?
You
Oh, the Cadillac, or no, the CTSV Corvette.
Yes.
What? It's a CTSV Corvette. It's just,
It's definitely an ATSV, but it's okay.
no, but it's a CTSV Corvette.
Okay, yeah, all right, we'll go. We'll go with that. We'll go.
Yes.
Corvette. This is CTSV Corvette. There's too many letters. What do you expect me to do? Gosh.
I stopped working at the
Yeah.
first letter.
The alphabet is
And
hard.
the Cadillac. The alphabet. When it's not in right order, it is.
In the CTSV Corvette. Okay.
When we were at commercial, he's like, "Did I call it a Corvette?" I was like, "Yes." you
Oh, and I
did."
screwed up on Colette's name too. What did I call her? Something like
Oh, Corvette Davis.
Corvette
no,
Davis.
No,
Clutch
you didn't.
Clutch
There you go.
Davis.
Clutch Davis.
I apologize.
Yeah. So,
What was it again?
funny.
Growing pains, right?
yep, growing
Growing
pains.
pains. Yeah. Well, when you're talking for 7 hours,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how was it? So they didn't do the top 64. So on Saturday, how was that change? Was that change better?
No,
better?
What are you talking
it's
about?
been like that this year.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No.
Okay, everybody else agrees.
Really?
everybody
I swear- Why were we there so late the other day?
because of the rain.
Because of the rain and
Oh,
yeah,
I swear we did top 64.
yeah. Top 64 this year is all done on Sunday. Last year they had it on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
So, which, in my opinion, I think we should go back to that. It helps us a lot as announcers.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like this time, you
You
couldn't
guys
have
did
done
it
it.
early this time.
Downpoured.
that's true.
They couldn't have done it this time anyways. It
Yeah.
downpoured right after the qualifying.
You're right. You're right.
And we have video proof of it too.
Yeah, like right at the end of qualifying, round 4, it like freaking downpoured.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
so it worked out.
Okay.
It's fine.
Let's go ahead. Whoa, is the TV off? No, it's not. Hang on. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, good. Gonna go ahead with this next moment in time.
Oh
This is top 32 competition.
Adam, good job getting right on the back tire of John as he makes his way through the track. And here he goes. Too close.
Oh shoot! Well, no, that's his fault.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. That's not Adam's fault.
You could. There's two ways to look at it, honestly.
No.
Yeah,
He
there's
hit the
two
brakes.
ways.
There's definitely two ways to
There's
look at it.
definitely two
I
ways.
see
Straight
what
brake check.
I see what you're seeing as well because I called it out.
That's dude straight brake check.
Like
Think
if you
so?
when you look at the drone footage, you'll see the brake lights come
Yeah,
on right
no,
before
he
the
straight
hit.
brake. Why would you brake? Why would you brake after a transition?
Yeah, it looked
Let's
more
see
like
here, hold on.
water
I don't
than
know.
fluid, So hopefully it's not anything.
Watch.
Weird and sticking
I
on
honestly
the-
didn't catch that before.
Yeah, so
Watch
watch
here.
right here,
And then
and he's got to tap the
transitions.
brakes right here.
Taps the brakes.
You can barely see it. Yeah.
Oh.
Why would you do that?
Did he not expect Wyndham to slow down there? Because
No.
I saw a tap of the brakes on the.
Now he is new to the track, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he
he
is
is
Maybe
kinda
that's
track.
why.
And what do the
He was doing
judges have
something
to say
wacky?
about that?
Hmm.
You know, who's
Well, we're
really
gonna
at
find out.
fault
Yeah.
here? I mean,
But like you said, you could see it that way.
That killed Adam LZ's car, huh?
But that,
Yep.
yeah, no, the car, it was leaking water all over the track. And then,
fine
but
with
then
that
when you
fault.
look at it the other way, it's like he was a little too aggressive, especially going up against somebody that doesn't know the track. And then he even mentions it in the video. He was like, I was too aggressive. I should have backed off.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he mentioned that. So it was unfortunate because I've been waiting to see Adam. He's been there consistently, one of the top 5 guys all the time, and then but he never gets the win, and it's like I'm waiting for that. Waiting for that. And then there's also Mike Pollard. I'm waiting to see.
You got pretty close this time.
Yeah,
he got close. He got close.
Did Mike Pollard?
Well, talking about Mike Pollard.
Name it, we've been through it.
You can see Magic Mike there.
Always jamming out, right?
Yeah. Dancing in the car, having a good time.
Yeah, he was having a good time. He was dancing all the time, man.
Listening to Barbie Girl.
Barbie girl.
What? I think he said he's
He
listening to
told you that,
Barbie
right?
Girl. I think
Hey,
that's
if it
what
gets
is.
him in the zone,
I think it does. I think it gets him in the zone.
all right. No judgment here.
Right.
It's a good song.
Or Call Me Maybe. Maybe it's Call Me Maybe. That was a big
Maybe,
hit back.
yeah, that was a big thing back in 2011, 2012.
He's having a blast, and that's what we like to see. We like to see the drivers, fierce
Doesn't have
competitors,
a really
having
window.
a great
Sure
time at the same time as they work their way.
got a cool
through
sticker
the
on
first
there.
outer
I love
zone.
that gold.
Off the course.
Yeah.
Christian, not his day. Struggling with that first outer zone. This looks like it's going to give Mike Pollard the clear passage onto the top 32. And as you can see right inside the car, great drone footage as he makes his way. A lot of angles, snapping it in. The third and final outer zone right in that outside edge.
Oh,
almost like
he
a
has
drone
our sticker
flashing
up.
in that back window. As Mike Pollard makes it off the course. Unfortunately, Christian Brown just not being able to hold it together. That first outer zone is just giving him trouble.
Yeah,
that drone could have just landed on a drift session sticker.
Yeah,
I
right at
was
this
gonna
corner. Yeah, our sticker is about as big as a helipad.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you can see there right off the bat that
wouldn't
outer
have seen
zone
it
one
if we
is
didn't have
causing
it.
trouble.
That's cool that he has it.
You make a good point. You make a good point. At least you made him big, so that way we could see him on the live stream.
Yep.
I appreciate
That's cool.
that.
You ran
Paul.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
We say good. Say thanks for it.
How do you feel, Paul? Do you feel like it should have gone bigger, or
Hey, he got second, right?
He did
That's
get
true.
second.
Yeah.
all right?
There's some people that took the stickers off that didn't get there.
I will say this. To add to your comment. He wasn't the only person with the sticker in the podium. Brandon Woodnick.
Oh
I know.
yeah.
Brandon Whitnick slapped that sticker right on when we gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So FY,
There we
just so you
go.
know.
There you
See,
go.
we pay the judges.
Don't
run out.
dude, don't say that. Come on, man.
People are gonna
You get a
believe
couple
this
extra
now.
points. You get a couple extra points. Just it adds a couple extra horsepower.
Darn it, Paul.
We don't. So
seriously.
our sticker doesn't add horsepower.
It adds
but
judges' points.
adds judging points, which is more valuable.
Oh boy.
man.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
let's talk about the final battle that took place. And
What a day this has been. And what's on the line, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. 10th place for the first place winner. $5,000 goes to the second place winner. 3,500 for a third. 1,000 for fourth. 500 for fifth. But it looks like the drivers are locked and loaded.
And by the way, this is a one more time battle.
He's gonna lead.
So they're
Mike
already
Pollard's gonna
battled.
get chasing out the gate. There we go. Mike Pollard going to try to get right on the back door of Alec Hunterdale. Alec Hunterdale puts a nice wide lead line as he makes his way through the first outer zone, but Mike Pollard right there with him as he jumps in, and he's going to try to tuck in the pocket and tap the search for it through the second outer zone, and he does a great job at it. There's Mike Pollard door to door with Alec Hunterdale coming out of the second outer zone, and they're working their way through the third outer zone. Alec pulling maybe about a car distance on Mike Pollard. Wow. Great lead run by Mr. Alec Hunterdale. Mike Pollard almost right there with him.
Very impressive by
Dialed,
both
because
drivers.
even
by
on
both
that
drivers
wide
there.
outside line,
you can
he's
see
still
right
pulling
here on the
away
BC Racing replay,
from Mike.
Super aggressive
And
entry
Mike isn't
by
slow.
Alec Hunterdale. But of course, the Magic Mike is no stranger to that. Here we go, transition.
Mike's been doing a great. He did a great job last round filling out that first outer zone.
Yeah.
A lot better than any time as previous. Even that second outer zone, he got right on that
Oh,
cone.
man, look at
Yeah.
that.
See that?
He definitely
He
got.
just went a little over rotated there.
Yeah, that just caused that little gap.
Yeah, if he was just a little less,
But I think
he would have been right on him. That was a really good follow.
Wow, they're back right into it. They didn't even stop. And here they go. Initiating is Mike Pollard in the lead. Wow, Alec Hunterdale dropping a tire on entry. And as they make their way through the first outer zone, Mike Pollard filling out that outer zone, coming back into the touch and go, doing a great job. Flicking it back into the second
What?
outer zone. Alec Hunterdale getting all this right on the
Transition
door.
seemed a
But
little
Mike
slow
Pollard
there.
almost looks like it's
Yeah.
pushing it, but Mike
So
Pollard
I could definitely
still wins as
see
they make their way
what the judges see now.
Why they did a...
Why they gave Honadale the win?
Yeah, I can definitely see it now. Although Hanadel had that tire drop on
both the exit and entry.
Yeah.
Let's heat and stay here and watch this live in person. You are definitely getting rewarded.
right there is a tire
Let's
drop.
take a look here because I think there's certain sections where there was contact. Let's look.
Yeah,
right
Honadale
here.
fell at the first outer zone better
On
Yeah.
in his lead run.
Yes, there was
Man, how he
contact
just- he
right
just, like,
there, but none of
Barely
the
slipped
cars
that through,
Right.
man.
were impeded by that contact, so they kept going, and then I think he was really trying to
Yeah,
push through
oh
here.
man, I don't know why he
But then you
lost
can
that
see
one.
that Alec
Yeah, you can see the
falling
adjustment of
back
the
a little
line
bit,
there.
A little bit of a dirt drop by
Little
Mike
bit of-
Pollard. That's cool.
I mean, I can easily see this going another one more time.
Oh, look at
but
Zach in a scooter.
We shall see.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was using that scooter all weekend.
Heck yeah, man! I wish we had the scooter.
Yeah, but before he was running around, I guess he was like, screw this, we're gonna just,
Heck no, man! Let's run around.
those-
especially with all
like-
that heat.
Are those like the Metro scooters?
Oh, like you get from Fort Lauderdale, like
Yeah.
downtown Fort Lauderdale, and
Is
like
that what they are?
yeah,
Like the
Yeah.
bird or whatever the hell they call them?
you get the little app.
I believe it is, but I can't confirm.
Oh, okay.
But I believe it is.
Interesting.
But yes.
Wow.
And that wrapped up the event, which was, again, quite eventful because a lot of shake up in the championship race. And actually, now talking about the championship race,
Did Ben
go.
Thompson enter?
Yeah, he was there.
What happened?
His
car broke.
He wasn't in his
broke?
He wasn't in his pro.
Oh, he
car.
wasn't?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was he?
Ben Hobson, yeah. He had his
he was
pro
in
car
his-
there.
Oh, he was. So
Yeah,
he just
it-
had issues with it now.
Yeah, the
'cause-
car was broke. Unfortunately, Ben Hobson's one of those drivers that we love to see out there. Very aggressive style.
Yeah, what the hell
Here
is
you go.
that? What is that?
The-
You got a horn growing off your nose.
Yeah, is that booger?
Probably, I don't know.
Oh, God, it's still there.
Is it still there?
Is it, I don't know. It's skin. Your
hell
nose
is it?
peeling? Oh, it's a booger.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So when it's just a profile that was sticking out.
Yeah,
like,
it was like, woo!
yeah, I couldn't let you keep going on like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
No, that's what I'm
Appreciate
here
it.
for.
Good looking out. Good
I'm here
looking
for you.
That's cool.
out. Yeah, real cool of you to point that out
Yeah.
on the live stream.
Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, we love Ben Hobson and his driving style, and he's a great
There he is,
guy
right
as
there.
well. You know. So
Oh, here are the points right here. So this
Oh,
is
here we go.
current standings.
yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's after round 4. As you can see, Alec Honado with 298 points, Ben Julian 78 points behind, and that is Alec Honado's only competitor going into round 5 for the championship. From third place down, they are not in it for the championship, but they can still battle for second place against Ben Julian at MLZ with 186 points.
It's crazy that Ben wins once and can literally win the championship.
Yeah,
as long as he
well,
wins
it's
again the next same time.
consistency. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, look at Alec Honadale. Alec Honadale,
One
he's won twice, and he got 32 and 48 the other 2 rounds.
yeah. So yeah, got knocked out in top 32, and then on top 16 in round 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, Adam LZ with 186 points, Dirk Stratton with 185, and then we have Taylor Hall with 171 points. Those are your top 5.
What happened to Castleberry?
Castleberry,
Kind of took himself out. He was, man. He throws a lot of angle and a lot of throttle, but I think he's too aggressive for the track.
yeah. He's definitely a wheelman, but I mean, it's just he was also having car issues that weekend
Yeah.
with
That's right. He was. yeah.
nitrous. He was
Yeah.
having nitrous issues, and the car is tuned for nitrous and probably
Yeah.
gripped up for it as well.
And then
So-
Avocado blew his motor, right?
Yeah, an avocado blew his motor, and that also took out. There was another driver in that car,
Ethan Hodges.
Ethan Hodges. That's right. So Ethan Hodges couldn't really do anything either. So it's a shame that, especially because now we're getting to the latter stages of the series for the year. You're seeing a lot of cars being beat up, a lot of cars broken, and then so other people start borrowing cars and they break too. So it takes out not just one driver,
Seems
two
like
drivers.
Coyote is in a different car every time he comes.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking that. I was looking at Keone Rodriguez. He was in a Corvette this time.
Yeah, the S14 was in the pits. I never saw that car come out. So, but he was still driving that thing like it was his.
Yeah.
He was still a very impressive driver.
Yeah.
So hopefully
sure.
we could see him in his.
And then Troy Manners didn't do well.
Troy Manners got.
He did so well last round.
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
he got knocked out in 32 or 16.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was 32.
I could pull up the bracket, I think.
Well, it says he got 16 points. So
Yeah,
I'm assuming
so-
that's because Taylor Ray got 16 points as well, and he got knocked out in the.
Yeah, so he
32.
must have got knocked on top 32.
Yep.
Well,
It's always interesting.
Yeah,
Yep.
so round 5 coming up October 8th through 10th, I believe it is. And
last
We're-
round.
it's going to be Alec Honadell versus Ben Julian for the championship. Of course, Alec Honadell, if he makes it to top 32, I think that calls it. He'll be your champion. If he doesn't make it to top 32, Ben Julian, it seems that from what we calculated on the points, he has to make it to second or better.
Let's not count out Dirk Stratton.
Well, he's not in the championship.
No, well, he can get second.
He could get.
No, he doesn't have second. He doesn't have points.
He's in fourth. Dirk Stratton's
Oh,
in
he
fourth
is? Oh, he
place.
is? Oh.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like we overlook him.
Yeah. Adam LZ, Dirk Stratton, Taylor Hall, they could all really. In fact, I'll tell you what, even Nate Hamilton, Troy Manners, Dustin Miles, all those guys there, Taylor Ray, can make it into second, which would be very impressive if Taylor Ray makes it because as you can see, for first 2 rounds, round 1 he didn't have any points, and round 2 he got 32.
It's really going to come down to the qualifying and the bracket order and who gets put up against who.
Yep, that's right. There are qualifying points. Number 1 qualifier gets
Well, I'm
6
saying like if you get like a Taylor Ray versus Alec Honadale in the first top 64,
Yep.
and if Taylor Ray takes out Alec Honadale, then
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible.
Yeah. That I mean, that would be very beneficial to Ben, which is
absolutely.
his friend.
Yep.
So
Well, we'll see.
there's still a lot of excitement.
Yep. So
I think another thing is it displays a contrast between both of the vehicles when you look at it, and it kind of shows you kind of like the essence of what the Klutch Kickers series is about.
true.
Where you have regular, you could argue a regular car going up against a pro car, but you do have both drivers you could consider to be pro level type of drivers.
Yeah.
But the vehicles or the chariots that they chose to
the
battle
chariots.
with are in different leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost in some regards incomparable. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Well, definitely you would say it as a disadvantage because normally you would say it as a disadvantage, but
Yeah.
the way the track is set up, it gives them actually, I think, a good shot because they actually have more room on the track to float around.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's another word I got to stop using as well.
What word is that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I
Nice,
absolutely
nice.
agree with you.
Yeah, I got yelled at that one for last week. But anyway,
Cool.
so Ben Julian and Taylor Ray with those Miatas, it's a small track, which
Hang on. Sorry to cut you off. Paul, what are you touching back there?
He's rubbing my car.
I can't listen to Noel talk this long. Before I start
No,
going,
it
just
can't
like-
be that. I mean, because I see it in the camera in the background on Noel's camera, and I see your fingers all over Tim's hood. Very distracting.
It's as close as he can get to me
Oh.
without touching me.
All right, as
Without
you were
getting-
saying,
without getting your eyes wet.
yeah.
Without getting your eyes
Oh,
wet.
boy.
But yeah, it's definitely an
No,
advantage for
as
those
you
cars.
were saying. Go
Yeah, it's
ahead.
definitely an advantage for those smaller cars. But I did say in the beginning of the year before the event ever started, if Alec is in that S14, good luck. So, and it's
luck.
Yeah, it's coming to fruition as well. So let's see. I mean, anything could still happen in round 5.
Absolutely. What are we looking at
You're
here,
using
Ben?
my words now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to
Cool.
find something over here. Oh, said. I just can't find it. Darn it. Hang on.
I can't even read it that far.
Ah, here it is. Okay. That's what I was looking for.
What?
Woo! Found it. Okay. Let me put the TV on there. And then it's going to be hard to see, but I just find it interesting. There was a discussion on Instagram where the Klutch Kickers
LSX
made a post talking about the points updates. And Mr. Ben Julian, he wrote this right here. I'm going to try to enhance so that way.
There you go. You see.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah. Where he wrote, I'm going to just qualify last so I could take out Alec Hollandale in top 64.
Wow, that is funny. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
I like the comment. 2 comments other than that.
Yeah.
Chelsea Denofa, you see what you've done? That'd be so tense
Interesting.
from
Alec
Alec
Hunnerdale. Look,
Hunnerdale.
Alec Hunnerdale replied.
Everybody's having fun out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Wow, that would be interesting if that would come to fruition.
Right, but there
But-
would have to be at least 64 drivers for that to happen. And
correct.
assuming Alec Hunnerdale qualifies first.
That's a good point.
But he's done it 2 times in a row.
He
so-
just really has to. There's a good chance there's not going to be a full 64 field. So as long as he qualifies in the top 5, he's made it into the top 32.
But wait,
He won't have to.
that's
battle.
right. We
He
still got to
would,
figure out
have,
the.
he would have to qualify first, and Ben would have to qualify last.
But if
No.
he if
No.
Alec
Middle?
qualifies
No,
first,
if he qualified last, but the thing is 64 goes against number 1. But if you don't have a full 64 field, Ben wouldn't be qualifying 64th. He'd be qualifying like 58th.
yeah.
So he wouldn't go against it. The top 5 or 6 or 7 drivers are
So
going to get
Alec
bye
may-
runs.
Oh, so Alec's going to go everything he got until get a top buy to get a top qualifier.
Yes, like, as long as he
He get a-
he
he
can
get a bye
qualify
run.
in the top,
I
like,
didn't think about that.
yeah. So
If
he doesn't.
he gets a bye run, championship. in
Yeah,
his pocket.
championships in his
just
pocket.
goes
He gets a bye run. Boom.
So you might see a campaign from Mr. Ben Julian to try to get more drivers signed up.
Yeah.
To the Klutch Kickers series to try to get a full 64.
Yeah, you got to get a full 64,
So-
Ben, for that to work.
Let's get the top 64 going, all right? Let's get every single driver from the woodworks and just
Oh, that's funny.
make that happen.
I know Gabby wanted to drive.
Gabby.
No.
You got to. He's
Well,
gonna,
Gabby might not even be here. He might be in Tennessee. Well, I don't know, or somewhere. I don't know. Just not here.
interesting.
Okay,
Moving
so
along.
closing remarks in regards to the event. Gentlemen, anything? Or I think we've pretty much covered it all, right?
Pretty much covered
Yeah.
it. I'm excited for round 5.
Yeah, very interesting event. Round 4 was, especially considering
All right, so move along.
the
Yep, come on.
championship.
Shut up.
Let's just move along.
I'm not gonna talk anymore. We're done.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I just want to move along.
Well, no, if you want, you could repay the favor and put watch this and to go to sleep with.
What's that?
What are we going to watch?
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh,
Shoot. There we go.
oh, me spinning. Oh, thanks. You jerk.
Yeah, so this is some of the footage that was captured on the live stream of the U.S. Drift Circuit event. Oh, I'm sorry, the Holy Shift Fest.
Holy shift, yes.
Shift.
Shift.
I gotta be clear with that
It
because
was a ship.
shift.
It was a shift fest.
It caught me off guard the first few times I heard it. Holy what? Oh shit!
Yeah, so here we have Mr. Paul Murphy out.
Look, you're doing all right. You
Look at
know,
this.
I had no
Yeah.
self steer.
I know, but I mean, considering what. Look, you know what? I'm being too nice to you. You're always a jerk to me.
You
Look,
definitely had enough
suck.
speed coming in.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, man, no. It's freaking. Yeah, no, it was a pain in the butt. I eventually got it after
all
like,
that
a long
smoke
time.
under diesel. I thought your motor blew.
My motor did blow. I think.
No,
Look
shit,
at that.
it didn't.
Look, I got that freaking thing in there. Yeah,
Yeah, we were like, oh, he's got a cone. That's dangerous.
that's dangerous.
Oh yeah, it could get lodged in there and you can't steer.
You know, people didn't realize you had wide fender flares on the
Nobody
front.
knows how I had wise fab. Well,
You're not even using all the angle either.
I couldn't because the damn thing wouldn't. Oh man, you got like a compilation here. What the hell's going on? You should have been there the second day when I was able to link the course. Yeah, no, damn thing was being a pain in the ass. Oh man, it was.
This was your first full event you've had in a car that is actually driftable.
If the damn thing self steered, I would be able to link the track no problem. It's just the amount of work trying to keep the thing steering itself was the problem.
Okay, so all right, there's problems with
Car
the
looks
car
good, though.
that can be fixed.
Car does look good.
Yeah,
Looks
does
good.
look good.
You can't even tell it has Wi-Fi.
That's good. That's a good
Wide
thing.
fab.
Wide fab.
Wide-
It is wide.
wide-
It's a wide fab.
wide fab.
Wide fab.
Hmm.
Well, thank you, Ben.
So-
At least I got
so-
something.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bins, but thanks. Why couldn't you have been there the second day? I was throwing a lot of freaking angle the second day.
Was he really, Tim?
Yeah, he's doing that better the
Oh,
second
okay,
day.
all
Yeah,
right. I
he
thought
was.
he was just talking for the heck of it.
No.
No, I tell you when I suck. I sucked up the first day.
Well, I mean, we can all see it. You
The
can't.
second day, you could hear my throwout bearing from miles away.
When you push the clutch in, the car would stall.
That's how bad that's how bad the throwout bearing was. It would grab and shut the engine off.
Yeah, well, actually, to get on the trailer, we had to start the car like 3 times just to get on the trailer because
I can't push the clutch.
he
in.
can't put the clutch in; it would stall the car.
Wow.
So I had to rev it up like I was going to do a burnout, and then push clutch and shit
Yeah.
in gear, and then go forward and shut it all off.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds dangerous.
It was.
Yeah, it was kind of sketchy.
It was kind of sketchy.
So we're gonna go up this trailer full speed. Hopefully not like go through the
That's one
bed
thing
of
I
the
didn't
truck.
have. I didn't have any issue with speed entry because on the back turn it's like a 60, 70 mile entry, and I didn't have any issue with that.
Yeah.
And then this one was fast.
Yeah, it was like
It
it's like
don't look fast, but that was at least 90 miles an hour when you pull the e-brake.
you're doing
I was like
you're
on,
doing
like,
mid 80s.
mid up on the third gear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you hold the e-brake forever.
Yeah,
It's a long straightaway. They give you
Yeah.
a long run up. I'm like,
yeah. It's a
you shouldn't be giving everybody this long of a run up.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Nobody.
You know
Nobody's
what's
really.
surprising enough? As long as you hold the e-brake, you're not flat spotting the tires.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't feel any flat spots, right?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did flat spot the tires a couple times.
I
It's
didn't.
drifting. Whatever.
I probably didn't hold it long enough. Who knows?
I don't know. That both courses are so much freaking e-brake. Like I'm not used to using my e-brake. I'm used to clutch kicking,
Yeah.
and using my e-brake is like a new thing for me. So that's all that was. Like every freaking turn was like an e-brake turn.
Yeah, entries. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, even like the in order to transition after the first entry, once I started getting it, I had to as I'm transitioning, hit the e-brake, just tap it,
That's quick.
and it set the car up straight.
It was a
But-
good event. That Sebring is
Yeah.
it's fun.
I
Fun,
only have
fun,
4
fun.
degrees of caster, and the car won't counter steer. So I'm going to add. I'm going to bump it up to Gabby. Gabby has like a 9
No, he's
degrees.
8.5 or something like that.
8.7.
Yeah, 8.7 something.
Well,
Yeah.
pretty much 9 degrees. I'm going to bump it up to like 7 degrees of caster.
No,
and
go to
then-
8. Go to 8.
Yeah, Gabby loves the way his car.
Yeah,
feels.
go to 8.
Yeah.
Go to 8.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, why stop there? Go 9. Go
Go
10.
away. Just lay him down.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I drove Gabby's car around, like I would say around the block, but it was just to his house from the U-Haul spot, and like even at like 20 miles an hour, it's just like it's stiff. Like the steering is like heavy. I mean, it's got power steering, but it's still like you could tell there's a lot of force, and it's the caster. Like you just go around the corner and do this, and it just goes whoop. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Do you lift, bro?
No, I don't.
No? Okay.
I never lift, bro.
All right.
You still talking about working out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It works both ways.
Oh, boy.
So anyways, so now we're gonna go on to the Holy Shift Fest event, which was I assume, right?
No.
Well, that was the only
That
clip
was
I
it.
got of it.
Me failing it up was the highlight of the event.
Oh, so we're gonna move on to Formula Drift.
I mean, if you want, I mean, was there anything else in particular from the live stream that you could recall, so that way I could just load it up?
We had fun
no.
walking the pits.
No, we had a good time walking the pits. It was interesting to watch the guys do the drift basketball
Yeah.
and how many people can't really just do tight donuts. There was like I think Nick Ward and
we were
Nick
laughing,
Rodriguez.
man.
So
We
the
were
only 2
dying.
guys that could do tight donuts. Like people
There
couldn't.
was some cars where like that's going into the wall. That's going
Yeah,
into the
it was
wall.
like insane how fast they were going around. I'm like, this isn't. You're going too fast. Like, right?
yeah, it was super
crazy.
fast and like
Scary fast.
We were just talking about like make tight donuts. Way it's easy for the passenger, and then some people would like do a figure 8. It's like, well, they can't throw across the car.
Yeah. They were doing donuts around with the driver's door. Like, what's going on here? So Nick Ward and Nick Rodriguez were the only 2 that were like actually getting close.
Yeah. I didn't.
Bradley
see,
got a little close too, but
I didn't see Nick Ward's run, but those
he won.
he won.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, we had to go back to the pit, but like there was somebody there that actually put the tire on the barrel, and I was like, "Thank you." Like that's how you're supposed to do it. But some people were just flying around there, and I'm like, they're gonna
Yeah,
go
Brian
into a wall.
Parrish in that S14 with the turbo dump. On the
No,
hood.
he was. Yeah,
He was
all
flying
over.
around
He
that
was all over
freaking
the
track.
place.
Yeah,
No, I mean the car's got too much freaking grip.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you could still he can still do tight donuts. Even look, Chelsea DeNofa and Von Gittin, you'll see them do donuts where their tires are touching and they're just keeping real
Oh,
tight
yeah.
donuts. So it's possible to do it,
It
in
is
that car.
possible. But I think it's almost better to have like a very low powered car with no grip. It'll make it so much easier.
Yeah.
But you know, we're not. It's not.
Other than
What
that, it was
about-
a lot of drifting, huh?
What about a low-powered car with no self-steer?
I don't care how
I could
much.
have done it. I could have done it.
Yeah, he would have won that.
Yeah, there you go. You should have. But anyways, it was there was a lot of seat time for all the drivers. Got a ton of seat time.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you guys because I caught on the live stream where you were in the burnout box. Wait, the how's it called? The takedowns.
Hot box.
Yeah, the hot box, whatever.
Okay.
But they weren't running because the track staff were fixing the fence.
Oh yeah, because somebody hit the fence.
Oh, Nick Sparks Beach Shop hit the fence.
Really?
Yeah, he hit the fence pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're always hitting stuff. He's always hitting stuff. I was like, he hit the E30, he hit the Supra.
He fixed the E30. You know that, right?
Yeah, he said he fixed it. He said he fixed
That's
it.
good.
So.
Another E30 saved.
Wow.
So what's next?
interesting. Okay. Well, what is next is Noel's favorite topic.
I love four-wheeler drift.
Yep, indeed.
What was that?
That sounds like a Simpsons character.
Drift. Do it one more time.
Okay.
I love four-wheeler drift.
Yeah.
I love four-wheeler drift.
Lovely.
That sounds like
Lovely.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Bill!
Okay. So Noel, I mean, the main thing you wanted to talk about, Noel, that you wanted to bring up was what happened between Osbo and Essa, right?
Yeah, but actually, let's talk about his first because it's prospect. So
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna go in order. So Prospect, I sent you 2 time slips for Prospect qualifying. I don't know if you
yeah.
have a chance to pull those up. So
I have to find it.
So we'll talk about with drifting, and people complain always about drifting. And the thing about drifting is it's a judge sport, so there's always going to be that human factor, right?
Right.
And that impact versus reality. You have an impact of a driver and how they do. Sometimes the car impacts you differently, maybe than other cars, but you'll see these scores that come up, and you're like, wait a minute. I don't know if that was quite what it should have been.
All the way to the right. Yeah.
That one?
That one.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have
The timestamps.
Yeah,
will
but
be
it's
in,
30 the first time stamp.
like
we're
38?
gonna yes, 38 minutes. So let me go ahead and lay a stream. So basically 2 runs, which is Lucas Torno
Okay.
and
Nick Novak.
and Nick Novak. They got the exact same score on line, angle, and style. Yet if you look at the run side by side, you'll say
Something ain't right.
something ain't right. Something ain't right.
All right. So here we go.
38 minutes. There you go. So this is
Nick Novak.
Nick Novak.
Man, look at that thing. It's slammed. What the hell?
Car looks good.
Yeah, that card looks real good. I
Looks
love the new
nice.
body kit.
Like it.
Vegas 702. Here we go. Nick Novak. That first outside zone thrashing that back bumper. A lot more speed.
Smashing
a lot more
that
smoke.
throttle, man.
Nick
Getting
Novak
deep.
this year.
Look how tight he gets nice and tight on that inside clip.
Contrast.
Smooth.
That left foot brake
Filling out those outer zone.
the kind of
Flicking it into the final outer zone. He doesn't go off that stupid idea of an outer zone that they have there.
Hey,
don't
whatever
agree
works
with
with
it.
them.
Huh?
I agree. It's kind of weird that they don't use the edge of the track, but
Right.
I guess they want to
Yeah,
make it
it's-
challenging.
It's stupid.
Okay. So that was it, right?
That was Nick Novak's. Now we want to see
Lucas Torno.
Lucas Torno, which is on 1 hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah.
His kind of
1
driving
hour
style
and
known, and it's certainly
42 minutes.
appreciated from lots of fans, including myself.
So
just about
while you're
everyone.
watching the next run, like I said,
Brudski, you know, has a way
Nick
to-
Novak
boom.
and Lucas Torno got the exact same score, line, angle, and style.
Yeah, it's
going into that second. Lucas Torno.
there you go.
Hey, I recognize that car.
Mm-hmm.
Originally from Brazil, now living in Orlando, Florida.
Not in the outer zone one.
Out there, let's see how Torno handles the second outside zone.
Does good there,
Well, he hit
but
it, though.
then barely in outer zone 2,
Gets the third outside, not all the way deep, but
and then
Not even in
drops
the-
out
not
of the
even
outer
in the
zone
zone.
4.
halfway through.
How did both those drivers get the same exact score? Something has to be.
They got lost.
Something
in
has
the-
to be done.
They
Like
got lost in the galaxy on the side of his car.
yes, it is. They got taken to the Twilight Zone.
Whoa! Look at the stars in the sky.
Doesn't touch outer zone 1. Look at outer zone 2. Good on outer zone 2 actually, and then the inner clip was good.
Well, he hit it though. I don't know how they fault him for that, but that.
As long as it's not like with the middle or leading part of the
But
car.
this right here, he's like
goes
nowhere
and
near.
gets out.
pulls off a little bit early, so the
Yeah.
kind of point
Like,
that
you know.
Not saying it's a bad run, but it would
No,
have been the
No,
I mean,
same.
definitely
we're not-
better than
this
I
is
can
not
do
a,
it.
this is not about Lucas Tordo or Nick Novak. This is about the judging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Some form of consistency. Can't they use like a drift box just for qualifying? take the judging out of the qualifying.
Yeah, I get that.
I get that, but then there's just so much wrong that goes with.
But what I'm saying, they have GPS on the cars already,
Yeah.
so they know how much angle they have. They know where on the track that they are.
The problem is if you look at a series that has a drip
No,
box.
no. You can't do that, and I hate when you do that because you
Do what?
What he does is he say, "Look at a series that's got a drip box. It doesn't work. Blah 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 blah." It's like
I'm giving an
if-
example.
If
Well, what I'm saying,
look, people aren't flying right now. They're never gonna fly. It's not gonna happen. You can't make it work.
it can work. It just needs
can
to be
work.
developed.
Okay, it maybe if somebody could develop one, but
Yes.
up to now, right now,
Because you keep
nobody
telling them not
watches-
to do it.
Yeah, because you're the moron that keeps telling people to stop doing it.
They're listening to
oh,
you.
they're listening to me. Oh,
Yeah.
well, they're dumb enough to listen to me. That's
Exactly. That's
so
what
are
I'm
we.
trying to say this whole
So
time.
are we.
But no, but my point is D1 has it, and some of the qualifying runs are lackluster,
Look,
and they get number one qualifying.
said,
It's
like-
like ridiculous. Like
That doesn't mean like no.
You don't have to use their thing. But what I'm saying is, there can be a definitive line, right?
There's
They have
things that are
GPS.
definite. Line is a definite. Angle is a definite.
They
and
can use
speed is
overall
definite.
speed.
The only
Right.
thing that is that you can't measure is style.
Right. But what I'm saying, I'm just talking about qualifying. To get the qualifying done to avoid this, because this, maybe that doesn't work, right?
why don't we just get judges that pay attention? How about that? Like it's just
so they
that's
don't-
all it is.
So Formula Drift judges don't pay attention.
They're not if they're giving the same score
Shots
for both
fired.
those runs.
how
I'm
can you-
sorry, dude.
No,
like, they're not paying
honestly, let's think about it. If you're putting scores, how can you can't. You can't score each run exactly the same. Like if a
You
driver
can
is
if
on
you
the same,
come up with predetermined, like,
if
if
it's
a
a
machine
machine,
fills this
a
much out of
machine
his-
can.
machine can, yes.
A human cannot judge two of the exact same runs the same.
I don't believe in machines because autonomous cars don't work. So there's that. So
What?
I think it could be developed, and I think it
I don't know what the hell he's
would be a
talking about.
great option, at least for qualifying, and then have the judges for the tandem, because that's just not. Those aren't even near the same runs. They should not have gotten the same score.
they shouldn't have gotten the same.
And
score.
I have to shout out Maxim Driftcast. I think they're the ones that posted. I saw this one.
I
Was it
thought I
them?
saw
Guillermo on the chat writes that Formula Derp on Instagram.
What was it?
Yes, it
Formula
was
Derby?
Formula
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was somewhere out there.
But the truth is that like no, we're humans and we're seeing the problems there. We don't need machines. Okay, we could see the problems that they're causing. Just it doesn't mean that we need robots. It just means
We need more robots.
We need more robots.
we need more AI to
definitely
take
need more
over.
robots.
That's fine. Yeah.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, please.
No, we don't need a Clone Wars situation. No, I think just people that pay attention to what's going on. I'm sorry, they're not paying attention. They're blind or something. There's no way around it.
Both statements, sir.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go straight to the car ferry after that.
Well, no. We still got to talk about Noel's
Knowles
point.
run. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that he wanted to talk,
Get to
bring
Knowles
up.
run.
You're right there, pal.
What?
Oh, you're just going for a reload. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's in the top 4. I didn't get a timestamp for that one.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got you.
This is the one more time.
You got it.
There we go. It's
Here-
Michael Essa. Now you were saying Michael Elsa is just not relevant anymore.
Essa,
Essa.
not Elsa.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's why he's not relevant, because I can't say it. that proves it.
Well,
There
it's
you go.
according to Noel.
Oh, wait, what happened there?
All right. So, Michael Essa makes contact with Osbo after the initiation into Outer Zone 1.
He'd have spun out anyways.
Yeah. So then that causing him to, go off course or whatever. The point of the matter is that they do deem Michael Essa at fault. But right now we can see he has a debeated tire in the back.
And as per the rule book, you DB tired, you are disqualified.
Yeah, you cannot change it if it's in the middle, if it's in between runs, right? So
You
Just-
can't even put it back on the bead. Like if it blows a bead, you're done. It's
You're
not
done.
about changing. You can't even get it back on the.
yeah, that's it. It's game over. To fast forward, what happens is that they allow both drivers to change tires. which I thought was really, really odd.
Maybe Asbo beat it as well.
No, Osbo didn't
Oh,
defeat
yeah.
it because
he made it all the way through the
he
run.
made it all the way through, no
So
problem.
why would you beat it on the way at the last end?
So close to
So-
pulling it off. It was
So, anyways,
closing
Anyway.
ground on Oslo so quickly, but
all right.
Keep
so
eating
that-
your pizza.
Yeah.
Keep
so
eating your
th-
pizza.
Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see. This is what
Take a
happens.
look at it. Watch, he's gonna surge right here. Boom. Yeet. And then right
He
there,
barely
he's gonna
tapped
get to
him.
the course.
Right, but it
That's
still
where the right
caused him to spin out and
Yeah,
go
but he
off
caused
course.
himself to spin out.
Exactly, it's S's fault.
That's his fault, causing himself to spin out. If that results, which it did, it resulted in a debeated tire. He shouldn't have been allowed to run.
Right. So here's the dilemma with the whole thing, and this is what the judges were saying, because what happened is they're not sure if the debeat happened on the contact with Osbo or if he went off course and then it debeated. So what happens is they're saying that once the contact with Osbo happens and he's at fault, the run is over for Essa. Right? So if he goes off course and it debeats, it's an indirect result of what happened before because the run is over at that point.
You
No,
lost me
it's
already.
a direct result. It's a direct result. I understand what you're saying. That
Yeah.
as soon as it's like they stop the record button, so anything that happened after they stop that doesn't count. But the rule said if you debeat a tire
And I'm with you.
as a result of contact of your own fault,
I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you.
Yeah, yeah.
It should have just been like, they took like 10 or 15 minutes to debate this, by the way. This was like ridiculous.
Yeah, this is the longest clip I had to prepare for this.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. They went into a commercial break trying to figure it all out, right? And trying to see how they could make a battle out of this. This is what I assume. I'm sorry. You guys should have stuck to your guns and just been like, Osbo wins, moves
Right.
on into the next run. You
Yeah.
know? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Why did they go with that? It's very confusing. They tried to explain it. I understood what they were trying to say, but at the same time, it's like, no, you shouldn't have.
yeah, I mean he threw too much angle, and whether he tapped, obviously it didn't affect Asbo whatsoever. Like
No,
it
it
didn't
didn't.
look like he ever
Asbo
got hit.
debeated.
Look right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, he tapped him with his door, so it wasn't a tap that caused a debeat. It was him going off a track, and he
Yeah.
went off a track because of himself. Whether Asbo was there or not, he would have went off track and spun, and debeated a tire.
Right.
Whether or not, if Asbo was another 2 feet ahead of him, he would have
No.
spun. Oh yeah, he would have
No,
spun.
he spun because he hit him.
Yeah, he spun because he.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think he was already too much
No,
into it. He
no,
was too
look.
deep into it.
Pay attention to the
Watch.
momentum here. Let's see what we can see here. All right, they're coming in. He touches
You
with
get
the
the-
front
yeah, no
tire, which
rotate.
stops the
Yeah,
front tire,
yeah.
and it'll.
Yeah, he would have been fine if he would have just.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
think so.
spun
I
off.
think he would have spun anyways.
Look, they're even doing this for us here, rewinding for us. Watch. He hits the tire, the rear tire with the
Boom,
front
right there.
tire. That stops
Stop.
the front tire from rotating, which is like a brake. It spins them out.
Yeah, regardless, it was still
It's still S's fault. at
it's
the
still
end
his
of the
fault,
day.
and as a result of his mistake, he debeated a tire, ejected, disqualified.
Right. So there is the debeated tire. Now, of course, if that track would have been laid out on like a plain asphalt, like a big asphalt plane, where if he would have gone off course, he still would have been on asphalt and not had a debeated tire, then that's a whole nother story. But because these are things that,
That was the second run, wasn't it?
no, that was the first run.
That was the first one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this is the second, or he's waiting to do the second
Oh,
run
okay,
because he's
okay.
like, oh, he debeated. I don't have to run him. Well, too bad, buddy. You still got to run him, but he had an advantage. He won anyway. Whatever. Honestly, I don't even know why they even tried to go with it. But that's it. So
Just to show you, this went on for a while. Look at this.
yeah,
Holy cow!
yeah. It was like 15 minutes of just waiting around.
Just to do a stupid run that didn't count.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you have
that
it.
was the end of the show.
And Asbo won. Took
Wait,
home
no,
victory.
hang on.
Yeah.
Oh
Osmo,
Did you forget?
no,
Come on, Paul.
no, I didn't.
Oh boy.
So that was the end of that show, bud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, sir. Good save. Good
So
save.
this
He forgot. He totally forgot.
I did not.
Oh, you totally forgot.
I just don't listen to him anymore. Can't listen to him talk.
So going back to Prospect,
God.
just to reiterate the points. or the not the points, the results of this event. Mike Power came in first in the S15. Tommy Lemaire came in second, and Steve Misko in third. That's your podium for
Podium.
yeah, the
That's your
podium.
podium.
That's your podium.
And then
If you want to
for
be on the podium, you gotta get scores.
and then the results for pro Frederick Osbo, Ryan Turk, and Dylan Hughes getting his second podium in a row. So
No,
that's good.
since you're the kid with all the information, we have a question in the chat from Mr. Guillermo Rodriguez who writes, that's Papadakis Racing first podium of the season, correct?
No, it's not the first podium of the season because
Yeah, get your stuff together.
no, it's the first win of the season, but it's not the first podium. Actually, Osbo came in second in Orlando,
Ryan Turk.
and then Osbo came in second again in.
But didn't Turk do like the second round? Didn't Turk come on?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Relax.
It's
So
first
the-
round, second round. That's usually
Yeah,
the,
so-
the chronological order you go in.
Right. Anyway.
So the answer to the question, no.
No, exactly. But it is the first win for Papadakis, which he was going to get anyway because Ryan Turk was in the final as well. So,
Okay.
but
right,
yeah,
there you
this
have it.
also shakes up the points too a lot. So I know you guys don't care, but you know, for those who do, yeah. So Chelsea loses first place in the points. Matt Field regains that, and so also Osbo moves up very close to first and second, and he retains third now. So going into the last two events of the year, it's gonna get pretty interesting and dicey. So let's see what happens.
You done?
No.
Good, because we have the next segment, and
Yes,
it's all
indeed.
about Noel.
Yeah, back again. But this is more exciting because we got, hang on, let me cue that up. It's time for another rendition of No, the Car Fairy. Haha, that's cool.
That's cool.
All right, so of course, as usual, we go to cheapdriftcars.com to check out their inventory, and Noel Garcia is going to give you buying advice. And first up, we have a wonderful, one-of-a-kind 2001 Lexus GS 300 for $3,000.
Ooh,
No, your thoughts on that?
$3,000.
That's a good deal, especially considering today's used car market. Things have gotten much more expensive over the last year.
Holy cow, that's
And
$3,000.
look at this. Let's see what the details. New timing belt, alternator, water pump,
245,000 miles.
and more. That's a Toyota. It's just broken in, and it's a 2J. Rebuildable title. Okay, well, you got that to deal with. But I mean, if you're gonna buy it as a drift car,
Doesn't matter.
exactly. The only thing about those cars is they didn't come manual, so you got to do that. But if you're gonna swap in, you know, a turbo 2J or something,
Reminds me of
Juan?
a fellow, drifter that we know, Mr. One. Hey now.
Yeah.
Had one of those
Hey
back in the day, right?
I'm gonna call him that. Now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
had 2JZ Aristo motor on it with huge Vossen wheels, if I recall
Yes.
correctly.
In style.
Yeah.
Then we come out and
Yeah.
slide that buddy.
They would have this thing, I recall, that they would put like a roll of quarters on the e-brake handle, because it wasn't your traditional e-brake where you had to lift it up. It was by like the dashboard, and you had to pull on it to release the e-brake.
Yes, they had the
yeah.
lock, so you had to put a roll of quarters there to hold the lock open so you can use your foot.
Correct.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Very smart. Very smart.
You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
Really?
No, I don't. I
Dude,
talk to
that's like-
animals every day. And
Hey,
I
the
knew
Japanese-
Well,
that.
I guess he didn't tell you that.
Was there- was
Why
there-
don't you go ahead and ask him about it?
Wasn't there a Japanese driver who used to use like a cigarette lighter? He used to light a cigarette and then put a cigarette lighter there, and then he would go and use it.
Probably. I
I'm
wouldn't
pretty
doubt
sure
it.
yeah.
was.
I'm pretty sure that's.
Must have been. Oh well.
But yeah, I mean everything else is sold. So yeah,
Is everything else sold?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, not updating. You told me you were gonna update
He
it.
had an IS 300 there. Wow.
Man, look at that sedan. Oh, that thing's pretty.
It's got a lot sold though. Well, wait, don't.
Oh wait, we got
there
to
you
go.
go.
Oh,
There
damn
you
it,
go.
he forgot to
Oh,
put
sold.
damn
Oh.
sold.
Yeah, and those cars I've been seeing for like 2 years there.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Shazbot. I'm gonna have to send him a
I really
text.
wanted that black G35. That's all the way
That
at
black
the bottom.
G35 is really nice.
Well, that one's nice too.
the gray one. Yeah.
Rebuildable
IS.
title, manual, 6-speed. Wow. But the other one was 25.
Well, that one right there. Oh, wow. Look at that one. The coupe.
The coupe.
The IS, that's the 2JZ IS for $4,500. That's a good deal. I mean, whoever got it.
They come with the 2J.
Yeah, they do. Come
No, I know. Well, but I'm saying, like, it just sounds better when you say it that way.
2JZ.
Tesla
Get a 2JZ with only 215 horsepower.
Doesn't matter. Turbo it.
You can handle it.
Well, it's only one car up for sale. So I guess, what would you pick, Noel? Would you pick it or would you wait?
Yeah, there you go. That's the answer.
Okay.
If you had $3,000 burning a hole in your pocket,
Yeah, why not? I mean, if you're gonna, well, there's two ways to look at it. If you're gonna build, crazy drift car with an engine swap and everything, sure.
a ninja swap?
Yeah.
Oh.
An engine swap.
I thought you said ninja swap.
Oh,
Swap the ninjas.
I'm getting a stuffy nose, so it's.
Yeah,
I'm
what the
going to
hell?
go to Spark Speed
You getting
Shop
COVID
and
or
buy
something?
DF300. I'm going to drop a 2J there. I'm going to switch from automatic to manual. I'm going to switch out the ninjas. All you Dave Chappelle fans out there.
Yeah, I remember that's good.
Yeah, that
Very
was a good
funny.
one.
So yeah, if you're gonna go crazy, absolutely.
boy.
If you want something that's a little more mild, I would wait it out a little bit. Find something with a manual transmission.
Do you still feel, because Guillermo was
the motor's shutting
pointing
down.
this out in the chat, rebuild title.
Rebuildable.
Well, no,
It's not
rebuildable.
rebuilt.
It's not rebuilt.
It hasn't been rebuilt yet, but it's ready for inspection. Well, I just went through that though, so it's not that big of a deal. It's only a couple $100 you get it taken care of.
Yeah,
so
it's not that serious.
yeah, it's not.
What?
If
Yeah, Tim just did it with
yeah, I just
Josh.
had to do it with my son. My son just bought a car, and we had to do all the paperwork because it was rebuilt a second time, but it didn't pass the inspection. So there's a place in Miami. My son, I think he paid like
No surprise.
$200.
There's always a place in Miami.
Yeah, a place in Miami. They took the pictures, they filled out the forms, and then he just gave him $200, took it over to the DMV, and
And it's
registered.
all ready to go.
And ready to go. So you figure another $200 to $300, and so maybe $3,300. But
Yeah, if
that's
you want a daily driver,
Yeah.
there you go. It's-
rebuildable title is not as impossible as people think.
yeah.
Especially if it's if it was already an in-state car too. If it was an in-state, if it was a Florida title, if it was a Florida registered card before, then no problem.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. The
But
more you know.
Nick does it all the time.
Yeah, he does. No, he does do it all the
That's
time.
that's why a lot of these are rebuildable.
That's why he
because-
says ready to inspect. So he's probably got all the pictures and everything he needs. So he probably just got to take it to the DMV and get inspected. So if he has all the paperwork in order and the pictures and the packet already filled out, then he just has to go for like $50 and have the DMV inspect it, and then you don't even have to pay that $200. John, we had to do with Josh's car because he didn't have any
They do all the
pictures or anything.
paperwork
They do all the
and pay-
paperwork and come up with some faulty repair orders or whatever, And then,
Well, you did mention before that Nick has a habit of hitting things, so maybe that's why the title is affected.
interesting.
And I'd like to see the history on that
I
vehicle.
would like to see the history.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I'd get it if I'm gonna do either a daily driver or a crazy swap, then yeah, let's do it. But if
That'd
it's
be,
gonna be
that'd be an interesting drift build. You don't see many of those.
no, but they're pretty good cars. I mean, Orito had one, and he was pretty competitive in it.
Wasn't
and,
there one with a four rotor?
yes,
one time?
Yeah, in New Zealand.
New
there
Zealand has some sick cars, sick cars, man. I like watching their events.
Yeah. So he was in the D1NZ series. That car ripped, and it's a good chassis. It's just that, if you want to buy a car and get into drifting right away, the automatic kind of hinders you a little bit there. But you could always.
So you did some investment.
So there
would
is
be
some
required.
investment to it.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. That's the way. So yeah.
There you go.
Ready to go
Alrighty.
first.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get a soundbite of him when he doesn't approve of a vehicle. 'Cause
Yeah,
we already have this.
That's cool.
we need a jingle though.
So
Like, he
we
needs his
got-
own jingle.
Yeah, he needs a no
We
call.
have him approving a vehicle, but we need one where he doesn't approve, like a not cool,
Yeah.
something like that.
Put up an Altima. I can do it right now.
Okay, let's talk about
Let me work on the case right here.
Well, isn't this guy building an ultimate drift car or something like that?
The
Ultimatic,
the Ultimaniac?
Ultimaniac.
Yeah, the Chris Forsberg's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he built it. It's done.
Well, it's not
It's
a.
got a freaking twin turbo VR in it.
Yeah, it's a GTR engine.
Would you do that?
No, I don't want any form of Altima ever.
It's not really an Ultima.
I know it's a 2-frame, but
doesn't
it
matter.
looks like one, so it's bad enough. So
So you disapprove of what you're saying.
yeah, I definitely do. I get it. He had to do it for his
He
sponsorship.
didn't have to do anything.
No, I think it's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys always will disagree with me, and I understand that.
Oh man!
All right, so if you want your sound clip, you gotta ask me.
What?
You know,
Do
Like-
you disapprove or do you approve?
You
hell no, I don't approve of that. That thing is hideous. And on top of that, I'm sorry if you own an Altima, you probably drive not too good. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So that's my opinion.
You're
No-
generalizing now.
Very
That's not,
judgmental.
that's not
Very
cool.
judgmental.
It's not cool.
Hey, if there's memes about it,
There's
Well,
memes about Ultima?
yeah, there's memes all over the place about Altimas.
I have no idea.
So wait, so we should assume that you drive like all those like Mustang drivers that people meme about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely. I believe it. I believe I'm gonna crash.
And kill somebody?
Maybe not kill somebody,
Oh.
but it'll probably tap
Somebody's
somebody.
gonna get hurt.
Somebody's gonna get
hurt.
tapped for sure.
Somebody's getting hit. Somebody's getting hurt.
Oh, God.
There's gonna be damage done.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be.
There'll be some backflips. There'll be some, human baseball.
human baseball. I'm gonna go for a home run. That's for sure.
So you got the barbed wire on it?
All right.
All right. So so what else we got? I
that
think
it?
that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Because we had a question in the chat talking about like Formula One. I'm like, we don't really cover that.
No, we don't cover that, and that's just gonna lead on us to a whole nother road.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
I haven't watched Formula One in years, so I heard this year's really exciting, but just I don't know. It's so hard.
I
to
watched
get
them
back
riding
into.
scooters around the track.
Wait, what?
They're riding scooters around the track. I saw a little clip of I think it was Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton?
Well, last
Yeah,
weekend
I
they
want
had,
to say Nate Hamilton, like that's not the right name.
Isn't it funny how we relate Nate more to Hamilton than Lewis?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
because and Lewis is definitely like the most
Well,
known.
yeah, he has a lot of money too. So
But it's just where our minds are at, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice one thing that they tried to run a race last week and it just rained out all the time. So so what they did was they did a couple laps behind a pace car and then they were like, okay, we have enough laps to hand out points. And I thought that was kind of crappy.
that's stupid.
Yeah, but
That's not cool.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, we are going to wrap up the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. 2 weeks from now, right? We should be good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
yeah.
2 weeks from now, we should be back and may or may not have a guest. We'll see. We're trying to get somebody lined up, whether it's a driver or judge or some sort of celebrity. I mean, who knows what can happen?
Anything can happen.
Yes, indeed. In any case, like I said, thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening and hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Take care and good night.